Control with AC Cruz behind the mic with Jesse Turner y Grupo Siggno. It's a first for both. Jesse's first ever podcast and a first Facebook Live for AC. What's the worst that can happen? Jesse talks about the first time he heard his song on the radio, his son's tragic accident that changed his life forever, plus new tours and new countries in 2019. I'm Jackie Lynn. All this and more on this episode of Cruise Control with AC Cruz behind the mic with Jesse Turner.
Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. AC Cruz.
Oh yes.
The legendary, the one and only AC Cruz from back in the day.
96.1 era, ¿verdad?
¿Qué pasa? 98.5.
¿Pero cuál era el número de la KWW?
96.1. Fourth, they're going to be 104?
Or, cómo no.
Yes, sir. All right.
When you want to interview one of these guys, tell me so I can switch with them.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all. Tell me when. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Okay.
This is the first time for me.
This is going to be the first time for you. I'm just waiting.
Well, I know you guys do it all the time.
We do it all the time.
I know you do. But I don't because I need to produce this show.
I hear you.
Now, see, you don't move the mic because I need to hear you.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, hold on. So, ¿qué tal, amigos? Hope everybody's having a great night. Here with Chato, with Ruben. We are with the legendary, the one and only AC Cruz. What's up, AC?
What's up, guys? How you guys
while,
doing?
man.
It's been too damn long.
It's been years.
What do you say about more than 15?
Yeah, about.
You think?
About easily over 17 years.
A lo mejor. Así es.
I'm about to do my first interview with AC Cruz. So
Is it your first podcast ever?
I've never done a podcast.
Well, here we go. Wow.
All right, I'm ready.
Here we go. Right on. First podcast for Jesse Turner, Grupo Siggno. First time on Facebook Live for me with the guys.
That's right.
That's awesome. All right, well, let's go ahead and do this, man. First of all, what the hell? What's going on? Talk to me. Where have you been? You know that I've been trying to get a hold of your ass for how long now?
For a couple of weeks.
No months.
About a month and a half. You've been trying to get a hold of me for a month and a half. Here in December, here in December, we had a lot of work, and we were touring in Mexico. We finished up in Monterrey, and then we went up to Saltillo, Coahuila. And then we came back, and we were supposed to take vacation. I was supposed to take vacation, but our drummer ended up leaving the band, and therefore my vacation ended at that moment, and it was into work. It was into work mode.
Yeah.
It was into finding another drummer. It was into we gotta keep moving forward. We can't slow down. So I started searching, doing my homework, and found this guy that's right here next to me, which is Cesar Chato Sanchez.
I love it. Listen, we're definitely going to talk about all that.
Oh, we'll talk about all that.
Please, we'll talk about all that, see what's going on. But
other than that,
yeah.
But other than that,
yeah.
We've been very blessed and seen you in years. It's been years that I see you, but it's very good to see you.
It's great to see you. A big hug when I saw you, man. And where do I start? Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and talk about when you were a little bitty kid hanging out at the radio station with me and Max. Remember those, Max?
Yeah, I remember Max.
You and Max used to get along great, man.
Yeah.
You were like partners in crime, no?
Yeah, I mean, you guys were the number one station in the Valley. You're still, you are a legend.
Thank you, brother.
There
Thank
in the Valley, in the Rio Grande Valley.
Well, when you would hang out, I'm like, who is this kid? Why is he hanging out? I think you were with Crown Records at the time.
I was with a lot of bands. I helped out Ruben Vela for a couple of years on the drums. I played with Grupo Intento.
Yeah.
I would run into you occasionally when I was with Estilo. Remember, I had a band called Estilo.
I remember.
And you would have us open up for some of your events, and we'd be that band that played at 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yes. Do you remember that cotton trailer that we had? We take it to park, and you guys would call it the hot box because it was hot inside this old cotton trailer.
Yeah.
Used as a stage.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys used to play.
So we have so many memories. And when you called me, I was telling the guys, man, AC Cruz called me, and I said I haven't been able to return his call. I said, but I have to see him. I want to see him. And like I told you over the phone, it's an honor to once again be here and say hello to you.
I want you to tell the podcast listeners, to your fans on Facebook, what exactly did you say to me? I'm gonna tell you right now, Jesse. You made me cry, man.
I made you cry?
You brought tears to my eyes because what you said, look, you said to me, I don't care if you have one listener or 2,000, 7,000, whatever. And I have got great numbers, by the way. Thank you guys. But anyway, you said, I don't care who hears this because you do not know what you meant to me and my career.
Correct. For the people that are watching on Facebook, for the people that are listening on AC Cruz podcast, I told AC over the phone. He called me and he said, hey, man, listen. And AC started telling me, listen, man, I got this podcast and I've had this person come. And I said, hey. I said, stop. I go, you don't need to try to sell me with anything. I said, let me tell you, first of all, what you mean to me.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I told AC, you're such a big part of my life, such a big part of my journey. You're such a big part of my beginning because you were one of those very first few people that got us played on the radio.
Getting back to Max would say to me, is this kid gonna make it? Because because he says you picked Intocable, you picked Límite, you picked Tigrillos, you picked now. He says you are you can pick the artist. I said this kid is gonna make it not because, well, obviously because he's very talented, but his drive, his personality. He's just so damn likable. I'm serious. Anyway, so that being said, I do appreciate you mentioning that I'm part of your life.
You are. I mean, I am forever grateful.
Thank you, man.
And like I said, it's an honor for me to be here. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here, but it's a great joy for me to even see you, because, I mean, you're part of what is my heaven.
Right on.
What is heaven? Heaven to me is my happiness.
There you go.
My greatest moments. The moments when I went up to you and I said, here's my very first CD. I have the first single. It's called Pero Háblame. And you said, all right, right on. And then you spinned it and you said, you know what? You've got some good stuff here. You think you can do an event for us? And I said, sure. And you started, and then I remember coming from this restaurant in McAllen. I was on 10th Street, and I was going under the bridge, and I turned it on the station, and I just, como dice la canción, lágrimas que corren de mis ojos. I heard the Pero Háblame song for the very first time on the station, and I started crying, man. And it's an unforgettable moment. So of course, you know, I was telling him on the way over here. I said, man, I go, you don't know what this guy means to me, man. So I said, I'm real happy to be here. And again, it's a pleasure and it's an honor saying hello to all the people that are watching and all the people that are listening. Right
on, man. Well, listen, like I said, you brought me to tears when I hung up with you, and I said, you know what? Te apuesto que este cabrón me va a fallar. Me va a fallar. y luego cuando tú me dices, ¿sabes qué? Se me fue la onda. Yo estaba en el gym.
I was, man. We were at the gym. And right in the middle of the gym, you know, let me tell you why I got confused. I was waiting for an address. We were waiting for an address from George because we had a photo shoot today for the rest of the album. I mean, for the rest of the year. And George was gonna send us the address to where the bus is parked because we're gonna be staying here tonight, and we stay in the bus. So when the address came in, I just looked at an address and I just looked and I didn't think anything of it. And then I went back and I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, this ain't George, this is AC Cruz. I said, oh my God. I told the guys we were in the middle of a chest pump workout.
Pump you up.
Yeah. And I said, hey man, we gotta go. I go, man, I'm hoping that AC's gonna answer me. I go, ojalá que no se haga dormido.
No. Yeah, that's what I said. But fucking crack me up when you said, Ace, you up?
Yeah, I said, AC, are you up? I texted him, I said, Ace, are you up? And he goes, yeah, man, I'm still up. I said, man, I go, no te quiero quedar mal. And we were about 19 minutes away. We ran, we sprinted all the way from the gym over here to. And I'm just.
That's a workout, man.
No, man, we got in the car and we split, bro. We didn't even finish working out. I said, no, man. I go, we gotta go. And then that's when we were in the car, I had 19 minutes to tell him, you don't know what AC Cruz means to me, and let's go, man. And what better guys to bring than the two newest members of Grupo Siggno.
Right on.
One of them, you know, as you know, my son was in an accident
I wanted to ask you that. If you don't mind me getting into a little
No.
detail, I don't want to offend you. I mean, anytime
I don't get offended.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell all my guests that have been here. Anytime that I ask you a question, you want to answer it, Ace, I can't do that.
No.
I feel uncomfortable. Tell me exactly what happened. Only because I was in the same hospital.
You were in the same hospital when my son was going.
Yes.
Well, my son, after actually on this very same day, which I just wow.
Today?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like maybe about a couple of hours away from, at 12:25, on this very same day at 12:25 a.m., which is in a couple of hours. 3 years ago, my son was at his friend's house watching the Super Bowl game, and he was a little bit disappointed. He was having an argument with his girlfriend at the time, and he had what you call an impulsive reaction. An impulsive reaction is when you get upset and you punch the wall. Boom! You punch the wall. Why did you punch it? The wall.
No tenía
La wall no tenía culpa. Yeah, and sometimes we all do it, man. Sometimes, out of an impulsive reaction, I mean, people will commit crimes.
Yeah.
And in my son's case, he was upset. He got in his car, and he stepped on the gas because he was upset. I'm thinking that he was supposed to get on the expressway right there where Charlie Clark was on, there in the valley. And instead of getting onto the expressway, he stayed on the frontage. And I don't know what he was thinking. I think by the time he braked, he saw the cement wall coming, and he tried to make a right exit, and the rail took him over, and he was going just so fast that he went over the rails, and he went straight into the corner of the cement.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And luckily, his cousin was not that far behind him, because his cousin was trying to
calm him down
and tell him, hey, calm down. It just happened to be his cousin was not that far away, where he saw the car. He said that he got off the car, and there was ashes coming down, and the car was already on fire.
Oh my goodness.
So when that car, I think if I'm correct, when that car hit, I believe the motor popped out of the car, and it hit the top of the car and his head. He had a seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Which is what ultimately causes his damages, his head injury.
Yeah.
So when the car catches on fire, his cousin Jeremiah goes into the car, and he takes him out.
A burning car.
His own cousin. By the grace of God, Jeremiah happened to be there, and he took him out of the car. And I remember that the following day we were supposed to be recording Yo Te Esperaré, which is the video.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be shooting. The people from the camera crew was at my house, staying at my house along with Marisa Caballero and a whole bunch of other my friends. They were the producer. Everybody was there at the house, and I remember that I was in Crystal City, because we were all gonna take off from Crystal City to the valley, and I just remember his cousin calling me and saying, "Hey," he goes, "Jacob crashed," and to me it was kind of like, it was not a big, like my first initial thought as a dad.
Yeah.
I thought, ay no, por qué, cómo, and
yeah.
Oh my God, and when I said, "Is he all right?" He said, "No, man." He goes, "He's not breathing."
Oh goodness.
Yeah. And I said, "What do you mean he's not breathing?" He goes, "Oh man, you don't understand. He was going so fast." And he started telling me everything in a matter of seconds, and my life changed.
For sure.
My life completely changed. I got into my car
in Crystal City,
and this is a true story. I don't think anybody knows this story.
Please tell me.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to tell you. I was, the first thing they told me was, calm down. Let somebody go with you. And I said, no. The person that was supposed to go with me was taking a shower. And I said, no. I said, I need to go right now. I need to take off right now. I need to leave right now. And I got in my car, and they said, please. They kept calling me. They said, please do not speed. I was going 120 miles per hour.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I was going so fast, and all I could think of was ¿Qué le voy a decir?
See?
Lo voy a regañar. As a father, I'm thinking, man, I'm going to get after him. Híjole, que no, I was more upset than anything. I did not understand how...
Coraje.
I didn't understand how severe it was until I told my sister, hey, I need for you to go down there and find out what's going on. And when my sister called me and she said, you need to hurry up and get down here because this is serious. I said, all right. So as I'm going, somewhere before I get to Keensville, there was a dead zone area. And I'll never forget it. I was driving the Lexus, and as I was going, I don't know, there's just certain things that sometimes happen in your life that you'll never forget.
Okay.
This coyote comes, it runs like in front of me, like it happened so quick. I kid you not, and I play it in my head in slow motion. There was a coyote that ran in front of me, and when I hit the brakes, I hit it, I ran over it, and my car starts spinning, and I go into the grass. And it took the whole front of my car. Now, nobody knew that. And I called a friend of mine, his name is Chico Villarreal, and I told him, bro, I said, I don't want to be without service, and I'm thinking that my phone's I'm gonna be out here. I said, I'm between this area and this area. I said, I just hit a coyote. This happened to Jacob. I'm trying to make it home. I just want to make sure that none of my lights, my headlights are out. I said, I don't know if I'm going to start leaking some type of water, and I'm going
Fluid or something.
Yeah. So, but in case if I don't call you back, come look for me. I'm between this area and this area. At that moment, I went like 65 miles per hour, and I went the speed limit. And as I was going through, it's not Rivera. What's the other one?
Farfurrias?
As I was going through Falfurrias, my sister called me and she said, hey, she goes, she was crying, but she said, hey, the doctor said that you need to hurry up and get down here. Okay. Now, Jacob's mom was up in Florida because that's where she lived. Jacob he was already living on his own, but he was living with me prior to that.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, the doctor said that, he needs to speak to you. But he's stable. So when I hear the word stable, like...
sigh of relief.
Yeah.
One would think.
I was relieved. I was like, okay, yeah, he's in the hospital. Like, no va a pasar nada. He's stable. Like, the word stable just meant like, okay. When somebody tells you that, you think, yeah. So I get to my house. I said, he's stable. Okay. I even stopped at my house. I went and I took a shower real quick, a cold shower, because I was falling asleep. I was sleepy. I just needed to snap out of it.
Sí.
Took a quick rinse. Didn't even take but like a minute. Like I ran in, ran out, went straight to the hospital. And then all of a sudden, I remember making that right turn into the emergency room, and everybody just was with their head down. Like, it was weird. Kind of like when you see the Selena movie.
Yeah. And
everybody's head is just hanging low.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my moment. I looked at everybody, and everybody was like, I don't think my sister really knew what was going on, and everybody else had seen it. All my friends were there. My family was there. My mom didn't know. I couldn't tell my mom, because if I told my mom, she was gonna probably have a heart attack or something. I don't know. Yeah. She deals with high blood pressure and stuff. And I said, come in. And they opened the doors to the emergency room, and they were attending him in a corner, but there was a curtain there, and I couldn't see him. And I just went over there, and I peeked, and his head was just like this big.
Swollen up,
it was super swollen. It was like I couldn't even recognize him, right? So then I said, I was not sad, I was not down, I was in dad mode. I'm like, okay, what's next? What do I need to do? I was like ready to like fight this.
Yeah.
And then the doctor comes. And he says, listen, he goes, can I speak to you for a minute? And I said, okay. I go to a corner. And I said, what's going on? He said, listen, we did everything that we could possibly do for your son.
Shit.
And I said, we did everything that we could possibly do for him. Right now, he's at a 10% chance of living. He goes, he probably has about 24 hours to live. And it was just probably the most horrible feeling I've ever had. And then what's the guy called? The one that comes in, like the chaplain?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what he's called?
Yeah, the chaplain.
And the chaplain wanted to talk to me, and I said, I refused to talk to him. I said, I don't want. I said, please. Because I felt that if I spoke to him,
You closed. Yeah.
I was closing the door. So I said,
Yeah.
please. I go, please do not speak to me. Right? So, the doctor said, there's nothing I can do for you. We've done everything that's possible. I as a father, I begged him. I said, please tell me there's something you can do. I begged for his life. I said, please tell me there's some type of surgery. Please tell me there's something you can do for him. I beg you. And that following day, he had surgery. They opened him up.
In Harlingen?
In Harlingen, and they let his brain come out.
Yeah.
And this was going to give him a chance to live.
Yes.
But it was also going to give him a chance to die.
Damn.
There was no... Either way, his options were very minimal. So, I just said, I don't know. I remember going to a park nearby. And I remember just walking because, I mean...
A million thoughts got to be going through your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like in a brain like mine. I mean, I was walking in circles
sure.
and circles, and
For
I was
sure.
like, no, this can't be happening. And then all of a sudden, these horrible thoughts were coming. If he goes, you're going with him. Yeah, you know.
How's that?
Huh?
Just thinking, yeah.
Just it was me fighting. It was me fighting that monster inside of me.
Yeah.
Or if your son leaves, you got to go with him. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I said this. Which is a very crazy story. Which is very crazy that we're even talking about this, because I can't believe that today is a day. Like you got me. I came here not knowing the date until I was asked.
I do apologize.
No. It's okay. So let me go a little bit further back. Every day, me and my son would drive from the valley to San Antonio, and we would get on the bus. Throughout those drives, even before, well, let's go even further back, just a step further back. There was a time when Joey had, when Joey, the drummer,
Okay.
when he was going through something personal in his life, and he thought he wasn't going to be in the band anymore, and we called Chato, and we were going to go shoot a music video, and we couldn't stop. We couldn't stop for Joey. We couldn't stop for anybody. So Chato comes and he goes with us, and he records the video of El Perdón. When we come back, we offer him the job. I'm being very straightforward. We offer him the job, and then Joey decides to come back, and we let him go, which was a very bad thing on our end.
Yeah.
But I'm very sincere. I apologize to him. Right? And Joey came back, and we toured for another couple of years. And but what I was trying to tell you was, he got to meet my son.
Yeah.
And him and my son were around the same age. They would, ni se quisieron. I don't even know what they did, but I mean, it's just the way, it's just crazy the way this world is, right? So he got to meet my son. But when me and my son would go to San Antonio, my son would bring out his phone, and he would show me this guy playing the bass, right? He would say, man, check out how he plays the bass. One of a kind guy, man.
Now your son is your bass player,
My son's playing the bass with us at this time.
and you said,
And
"This guy's good."
no, my son's telling me, and I said, mijo, Yo fui el que te presenté a este guy that you're watching. I'm the one that showed you who he was to begin with. Right? I said, I'm the one that introduced you to him. I know, man, but he's bad, Dad. Look at him, Dad. Look at him. He must have played like 5, 6 videos. And this was every other week. That bass player was this guy right here. Ruben. So I had all these crazy thoughts now. Now that you know the history of him with Joey, back to those thoughts. I was thinking, well, my son left. I said, I don't have a lot of time left on my hands. If my son leaves, I said, I'm leaving with him. So in those drives, AC, I promise you, okay, I told my son, Mijito, I said, I must have told him like between 6 or 8 times. I said, Mijito, I said, el día que me muera, I go, por favor, le dije, no me hagas sufrir. I said, please don't ever make me suffer. If one day I'm between a 50-50 chance of living, I said, please let me go. I go, because I have an artistic mind, and some people will not understand that, but I wouldn't be able to want to keep going. Like if I were to be between a 70 and 30 chance, I don't want to go through all that. I would be terrified. I'm scared of dying.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I love to live.
Sure.
You know, I love my life. I love my friends. I love everything about life. Today, I don't ever want to die. People say, you want to live forever? No, I don't want to live forever. I just don't want to die. You know? Right. You know, I just want to one day go to sleep and not know anything about it. But unfortunately, life isn't like that.
Yeah.
But I told my son, Mijito, el día que if I'm caught between a real bad situation, I said, please make sure that you disconnect me. I said, promise me. I said, promise, Dad. Yeah. Hasta le ponía gorro.
Sí.
Le decía, me
Sí,
decía,
I was not Dad.
yeah, okay, Dad, okay,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So you found yourself on the other hand.
Correct.
On the other hand.
So he once told me, once out of those 7 or 8 times that I told him that, he goes, Dad, he goes, what if I go first?
Oh shit.
Yeah, he asked me that. And I said, and that was the last time. He goes, what if I go first? I said, you're crazy. I go, if you go first, I'm gonna go right behind you, because I wouldn't let you go alone. So now you understand why I was pacing around at a park, and I was thinking, oh my God, my life's coming to an end. I don't want my son to wake up somewhere else and me not be there.
Yeah. Jesse, what point in time did they move him from the valley to the place that I was at, which is Tears in Houston?
They moved him about 2 or 3 months after.
Yeah.
You know, they moved him 2 or 3 months after that. They kind of just got him stable.
Yeah.
Stable enough to like move him.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Did you see any progress in the hospital chairs?
Well, no. When we got to Valley Baptist, here's the thing, man, is that people always ask me, "How's he doing? How's he doing?" That's like the most popular question in my life.
Sure. Unfortunately.
It's very hard when you've sat with a doctor and you've looked at his scan and a part of him is not there anymore.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to sometimes get people to understand you, because all my faith is not in a miracle. You see, there's a lot of people that have faith in a miracle, and God can do great things. He can do everything in the world. But sometimes life makes you accept things even though you don't want to accept them. For example, if somebody loses their arm, can that arm grow back?
Nope.
God can give you another arm, but to grow another one is kind of impossible. So one has to accept the fact that man, I'll never grow my arm back. For my son, a lot of people can't see his injury. I've seen it. You know, I've seen his scan.
The brain.
And there's a part that's not there, and you know, his situation, his condition is just crazy. Like, I went to Monterrey to get a second opinion, and the doctor said, I asked, that part that's missing, I go, and I probably should have never asked. I said, what is that part that he's missing? What is it for? He goes, it's his memories.
Damn.
His character, his personality, his body temperature, his, I don't know what movements, and just a bunch of things.
Sure.
And I just sat there and had to just soak it in. I had to, like, accept it. So the crazy thing is that there's times when I go see him, or when people go see him, because people go see him, his family go sees him. There's times when, even though the doctor has said that there was all these things, there's still moments when God will send him just enough energy to smile at you.
Good
You know?
for you. Good for him. Good for you.
Yeah. To me, that's more than what I can ask for.
Yeah.
You know, he can't speak. His it's completely closed. After you don't speak for a year or two, it closes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll cough and stuff, but you know, his situation's always going to be complicated from here till
the end.
Till the end.
Yeah.
But I'm very blessed to still have him. I'm an open book. I always tell people, man, it's hard for me to go see him.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, when you say go see him, where is he at exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
He's at a place where he's cared for 24 hours a day.
Got it.
It's hard for me to go see him because going to go see him is like torture for me. And it has nothing to do with me. It's just like, I go in there, and instead of trying to be happy, it's like I'm sad, and it's like and you know, the last thing I want to do is the last thing I want to do is be thinking negative.
Oh, yeah.
So when I do go, I play him his favorite music, which is John Mayer. I show him the new album of Siggno,
Yeah.
of Intocable.
Yeah.
Just the other day, I mean, he hadn't seen him. Chato hadn't seen him since he was here, and he got to see him. I'm pretty sure he freaked out, and he hugged him, and it was, you know, but when he went to Tears is like the #1 hospital in the United States for
Brain injury.
brain injuries.
That's where I was for
That's
a
where you
month
were
and a
at.
half.
Yeah, and you know, there's a good percentage of people that come out of there walking and everything.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, I told you on the phone, Jesse, when I talked to you, I said I was in the same hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Emilio was there when he had his bus accident.
Mm-hmm.
Congresswoman Gabby Gifford, who was shot in Arizona, was there. Some professional football players were there.
oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they are #1 in the nation, and they are so. I'll never forget Alyssa and Nova. Just man, I never. It's kind of hard for me. Anyway, I told them, I said, I'm gonna be walking.
You're gonna be walking out of there in
30 days.
in 3 days.
No, 30 days.
30 days.
30 days.
And you sure did that.
In 28 days.
That's
28
great,
days.
man.
I mean, they make you leave in the wheelchair, but nonetheless, I was walking, but the guys from Tears, phenomenal people.
Oh, Tears is an amazing hospital, and you know what? I always tell people, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And one more thing.
Yeah.
People always ask me, how do you find happiness? Right?
Yeah.
How do you manage to go forward and stay strong? It's very simple. If you don't have God in your life, you have nothing.
There you go.
If you haven't looked for him personally, you have nothing. And when I talk about God, I don't mean just in the Bible. I mean, you need to really soul search for him.
Oh, yeah.
And when you find God, God comes to you in a form of happiness. So when I go to shows and I see a 6, 7, 8-year-old come up to me and he sees me with these eyes, a veces me veo un niño con unos ojos de amor. Do you know what that means?
Sí, claro.
Sometimes children would look at me with these eyes of love. And when I see that, I just think, that's God's way.
God is here.
That's the way God is sending me his blessing among, this is what my son is asking God to send me to bring me happiness.
Wow.
Every time I'm on stage and I hear one of these, it's happiness.
Yeah.
Every time I talk, every time I meet people, every time I give advice, every time I hug my mom, I find heaven in my mother's eyes. I mean, I find heaven in a conversation with my friends.
Yes.
I find heaven here.
Yes.
I don't need to die to go to heaven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to make the best out of any situation that you have.
Jesse, I want to say thank you for being so strong to talk about this, man. You have no idea. And it's interesting how you bring the segue of music, and you have to keep your chin up for your fans.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard for you.
No, it's AC, it's easy, man. At first it was hard. After a month of like not working and stuff, I started seeing the bills pile up.
That make you get to work.
And no, it wasn't so much that. It was the fact that I had a whole team. I mean, we had 16 people working for us. We had 2 tour buses, and all the bills were starting to stack. And I was just like, I don't want my guys to be without work. So the first thing I did was call Ruben. He knows. I mean, it's not so much replacing a musician. You can never replace anybody. Just like Chato's his own person.
Yeah.
Joey is his own person. People say it's because Joey sounds different, and yeah, but Chato's not Joey and Joey's not Chato. And
There you go.
it doesn't matter,
See?
Here it's about a team. And same thing with Ruben. When Ruben came in, I knew it was different because it wasn't my son. But I called him and I said, listen, le dije, Rubén, le dije, ¿cómo estás? Aquí ando, hermano, he was with Poder del Norte.
Ándale.
He was still with them for 13 years, bro. He was with them for 13 years of his life.
Poder.
El Poder del Norte. And he's gonna be able to tell you on his own. But when we started, when I called him, I said, listen, man, I need to tell you this story before anything. I said, me and my son, the same story you just heard, which was
claro.
every morning, this is on our way on our trips, and he goes, no, pues es un honor para mí. I said, listen, man, I know you got an awesome job. I know you've got your stuff going on. But it would be an honor for me if you would, step into Jacob's shoes.
He wanted it that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said, you don't know what it would mean to me and to my son for you to play what he played. And he said, okay. He goes, you know what, just give me a week to talk to my family. Let me think about it. He didn't give me an answer right there and then, but like maybe about a week or two later, he told me, all right, I'm ready. We went to rehearsals. And how was it? I mean, it was a crazy vibe for him. I mean, he'll tell you himself, there was a crazy vibe.
Pues, pásale el micrófono, por favor. Damas y caballeros, Rubén. Sube, Rubén.
Buenas noches, compadre. Buenas noches.
Oye, total, fue obviamente un placer para usted, o sea, para ti, para tocar con Siggno.
Así es, compadre. Para mí es un gran orgullo darle tributo a mi compadrito, a mi hermanito Jacob. Cuando llegué era algo muy, muy diferente para mí, porque tantos años estar con un grupo por 13 años 100% norteño, a irte a algo rockteño, diferente vestimenta y todo eso, pues es algo diferente, ¿verdad? Y aparte uno entra a otro grupo siempre cuando alguien más sale,
Sí.
y en este caso era un poco diferente por la situación de Jacob. So, sí estaba un poco complicado en cuestión de los sentimientos de los compañeros y lo personal, pero somos como una familia, me han tratado bastante bien.
¿Te dio pena o te dio, cómo diré, no estabas un poquito mortificado?
Sí, no sabía cómo actuar con los muchachos porque, como te digo, normalmente uno entra cuando alguien más sale.
Por eso digo.
Y la situación esta no es muy común, o sea, por un accidente
Tan grave.
tan grave así, entonces no sabía cómo comportarme, si comportarme bien feliz en andar o muy serio, triste, porque yo sabía que mis compañeros, o sea, que Richard, Checo, Joey, Jesse estaban dolidos.
¿Y qué sucedió siempre?
No, poco a poco me la llevé tranquilo con ellos, poco a poco fuimos platicando, conviviendo como familia. Ya nos fuimos conociendo bien y hasta ahorita somos una familia y como te digo, bien orgulloso de poder darle tributo.
¿Qué tanto tiempo llevas?
Este mes cumplo 3 años ya, consigo gracias a Dios, todo bastante bien, al 100%, 3 años ya, compadre.
Está bien. ¿Y qué dice la raza del poder?
Saludos para ellos, son muy buenos amigos, quedé en muy buenos términos con ellos, quiero mandarle un pésame a la familia Buenrostro porque sé que acaba de fallecer su papá, don Tony, que en paz descanse. Un saludo para ellos y mi más sentido pésame de parte de todo Grupo Siggno.
Así es. Bueno, Jesse, el drummer acá, ¿qué onda? El drummer boy acá, íralo. What is that? Endorsement deal or what? Sí.
Chita porque ando bien sore.
Well, I think a lot of people have been asked. The one question I've been asked a lot is what happened to Joey.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on right there. Hold it though. What the hell happened to Joey?
What happened to Joey? Joey, I don't think Joey had a conversation with management. There are things that don't need to be talked about. But that's the business side of it.
Before you go any further, let me ask you this. When did you realize that Jesse Turner, little bit kid, if I'm not mistaken, from
Santa Rosa.
They'll give him Santa Rosa, made it big. These are your employees. You are the boss. When do you realize I need to put these guys in check?
No, no. The thing is that it's not like that.
You never did that.
No, I don't treat these guys like that.
Not employees.
No, they're not my employees.
You're not the boss.
It's not like that. These guys are my friends.
Got it.
Good.
Good.
I'm gonna ask Ruben.
Pues obviamente.
Look. Let me tell you something. When we made a decision to pick this guy, I mean, we all sat down. I could easily make the decision and say this guy's a guy, but no, we all sat down. We all made a decision. We all talked about it. I gave my reasons, and I said we need to have rehearsals. And so what happened with Joey was that he didn't come to some agreement with our management, and he basically said, "It's well, then you know what? If I can't come to agreement with the management, then he's out." It was that simple.
That's simple.
And I mean, he didn't. Again, I don't want to cause friction with him or any of his fans because I love the guy. At the end of the day, we love the guy.
Sure.
But I mean, we found out through Facebook that he quit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, he didn't call me. He didn't call any of the guys, and I mean, but no pasa nada,
Yeah.
We understand that it might have been hard for him.
Yeah.
And it's just he's gone his way, and I've said it in every other interview that we've had here in Houston, and we wish him the best of luck.
Yes.
We want nothing but the best for Joey. Joey gave us how many? Like 7, 8 years, 8 amazing years of drumming. Of he gave us a different style of sounding, and credit is due. Credit goes where credit is due.
Yeah.
We have nothing but the utmost respect for him and
So,
nothing but love for him. So we are left without a drummer, and I start right away
looking.
looking.
What is the first thing you do to find a drummer? How do you do that?
Well,
Call somebody?
Well, the first thing I did was I started looking up. First of all, I've always known he's had an amazing talent. The thing is that he's young. 3 years ago, you were how old?
25.
So you're talking about a 25-year-old kid trying to take over Joey's 30-some-odd years job. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an easy job back then. When 3 years ago, it wasn't an easy job these last 4 weeks either. You know, he's recently had like these new blisters in his hand.
I've never got him.
He's never had them in his whole entire life.
And now I got him.
And I mean, he in these 4 weeks, he's gone through critics like you wouldn't believe it. I mean, people are just so harsh. I mean, people want him to sound like Joey in a matter of 4 weeks.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And everything takes time. You know, everything. I always tell him everything takes time, patience, and love. A lot of love.
Yeah.
You know. And so he asked me how did I find him? I mean, I already knew he played good when he was 25. So I started researching entre Richard, Joey, Ruben. I mean, they were sending me videos. The day that Joey posted that he was out, the next day I had like about easily like over 50 drummers that wanted to audition. But I didn't want to give that attention, you know. I didn't want to. That didn't need to be given attention because that's eso ya se convierte en chisme y cuento.
Sí.
Y dije, no, like, you know what? Richard brought 2 drummers and another guy came in from Los Angeles, and there was a couple of other people that came and tried out. But the first thing was yo le había quedado mal a él.
Yeah, I remember. That's right.
And yo soy una persona de respeto y una persona de palabra de hombre, dije, bueno, you don't have the job already. I said, you have to work for it. So I'm going to be your coach for these next 2 weeks. And I'm going to coach you through everything because I'm a drummer. I'm not anywhere near as close as Joey is. But I can, with my mouth, I can tell you everything. Like I can tell you everything he's doing.
Yeah.
Because I've been with him for 8 years.
Yeah.
So I sat with this guy, went to his house, I coached him. I got mad at him, I yelled at him.
And you told me before you came over on the phone, you said this would be the first time that the drummer
interviewed.
Yeah, your drummer gets to talk.
So here,
I'll interview. Give him the mic.
Aquí está el mic. Saludos. Saludos a todo tu auditorio. Saludos a todo tu auditorio porque sabemos que aquí te escucha mucha gente. Y pues saludos a los fans de Siggno, como no también, que estamos aquí en Facebook Live. English.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. We can do both. O si no, Tex-Mex. Aquí como lo hablamos en el valle.
You know what's crazy when you say that I have listeners here? No. What's crazy when you do a podcast, I've got listeners in England. I've got listeners in Ireland, Indonesia, Hawaii. I'll show you in a minute.
Saludos para todos.
Yeah, it's great, man.
You know, but yeah, talking about those blisters, I've got blisters that I didn't even believe I would even get, you know what I mean? Aquí tengo los blisters aquí, acá en los dedos, pero totalmente it's all worth it. At the end of the day, it's all with love and basically just trying to fill in Joey's big, foot that he left y todo eso. My foot isn't that big, but it's growing, so haz de cuenta que vamos poco por poquito, como dice Jesse, con paciencia, dice un amigo mío. Y pues más que nada, pues todo el cariño del mundo.
Who are your favorite drummers?
My favorite drummers, show wise, is Alex Gonzalez, Grupo Maná. Technically speaking, drummer, Tony Royster.
Awesome.
He's an awesome drummer. He's the one that I've always looked up to. Yeah.
What about Neil Peart?
Neil Peart es muy bueno también y tiene lo del
Stuart
del Police, como no. He's one of my top favorites. Actually, he reminds me a lot of Alex Gonzalez.
I said the same thing.
Police is kind of like, or Maná is kind of like the Police,
right?
But in Spanish, you know what I mean? So, por eso me gusta mucho. Pero, yeah, those drummers como los que mencionaste, Neil Peart, Stuart Copeland, they're all very, very awesome drummers también, y mis respetos para ellos también.
Sí.
But they're all great.
How are you liking it so far?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm still going through, que me regañen y todo eso, pero hey, es parte del show, es parte de la sopa, como dice el camarada allá de Brownsville. In reality, it's not like I'm the type of person not to take anything serious, even if
you
it's...
don't take it serious?
Of course, I take the job serious, but if you tell me something, o sea, en otras palabras, I take...
you don't take anything personal.
Personal.
Good call.
Exactamente,
Good call.
Personal. That's what I meant to say. No es nada personal, es para just to make myself better and obviously to make the band sound like the way they do, y más que nada, como te digo, regañazos, ampollas, everything coscorrones. Sí, cada vez, every time either like I mess up, I have to buy food for all the band.
Is that
So
real?
entonces that's what's to me it's all worth it. That way I can make myself better as a person and as a musician.
Wait. So if you screw up, you gotta buy food.
Well, it's a little.
Have you seen the singing frog on Bugs Bunny?
No. Oh yeah.
Hello, my
darling.
darling. Okay, when this guy gets in the vehicle, all he does is talk and sing and talk, and then he starts saying, "We tell him, did you rehearse already? I got it, man. I got it. Better yet. If I mess up, I'm gonna buy lunch for all of y'all.
Yeah.
Solo.
Solo.
Nobody puts him in these situations. So then, as soon as we start, like in the fourth song, like he misses one lick, and Richard looks at him, and he goes,
Ya tenemos otra comida.
For everybody.
I love
For
it.
everybody.
So where are you originally from?
From Brownsville.
Brownsville.
He was with another band for how many years? He was with two bands, two well-known bands.
Dime.
Well-known bands, antes de aquí, before Siggno, I was with Los Cachorros de Juan Villarreal, which I was there for about 3.5 years. Y luego, before that, de hecho, saludos para Don Juan Villarreal y sus cachorros. Y before that, I was with Grupo Control. Control.
Sí,
Cumbia
sí.
con la Luna, Tao Tao, all those songs. Sí. De hecho, también saludos para ellos y para todos sus músicos. That band, yo duré como aproximadamente, maybe, I want to say about almost 6 years.
Hey.
Almost. Maybe like 5.5,
Con
something
Lupe
like
y
that.
con Sergio.
Con Lupe y Sergio, con Checo, Che Control, Danny and Ivan. And then they brought new dancers y todo eso. So it was a very great experience porque I joined the band with all the original members. So I got a little bit of taste of when they were, they still are pretty, very big, pero cuando estaban a su mero pujeo, you know what I mean? So that was very fun for me. Y pues más que nada, being there from the valley, and growing up to listening to Que Pasa 9.5 and your radio station, the KIWW, it's a great privilege and honor to be here with you.
Thank you, brother.
Being that I've listened to you since I was born, basically. You know what I mean?
Pampers.
Since I was in Pampers. So that's pretty fun.
So we call him the El Cachorro del Grupo because he's the youngest guy now.
He's the youngest.
Yeah, man.
Oye,
and you know what I mean? Again, man, no pasa nada. Like when things like this happen, you learn. Like I learned my first time when Jacob was gone. The second time around, I mean, I didn't really stop to think. I just said we got to move forward. We got to find a way to move forward. And here we are. We just recently played an Escapade, sold out Escapade in Houston. You're talking about easily over 5,000 people. We played at the Oki Corral in Fort Worth, and we were like 143 people shy of selling it out. Tomorrow we'll be in San Antonio at Midnight Rodeo. Saturday we'll be in Casablanca and Laredo. And just so you know, this is the first time that Siggno, in the history of Siggno, that we got invited to Buenos Aires, Argentina. We're going to Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Wow.
We got invited to Bolivia. We got invited to this month in February, the 26th and 27th. We're going to Guatemala, which is another country, and we're talking with people from Chile about going for the very first time. Now, these are things that we were not expecting at the beginning of the year. If anything, this past year was probably a very bad year, not for Siggno, but for the industry.
Yeah.
Man,
sure.
I mean, it was a horrible year for the industry, but it seems like things are going back to normal, and everybody's everybody's happy and everybody's excited. All the promoters are excited. We're excited because we had one sold out show and the second one was almost sold out. We have this coming tomorrow in San Antonio, and the ticket sales are like going crazy.
Awesome.
Saturday in Laredo, it's just, and you know what? It's fun, man.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
You know, real quick, when I launched this podcast, the first person that I did it with was a good friend of mine, Bobby Pulido. And he says, what this business needs, new artists need to be more selective on material, what have you. I said, so what do you think about blah, blah, blah? He said, look, AC, I'm not going to talk bad about anybody. I said, no, not bad. What do you think about Jesse Turner? Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't hear about
Bobby
this.
Pulido says, Jesse Turner gets it. He gets it. Jesse Turner, you know, we need 10 more Jessies. A la neta. So, people like that think highly of you, man.
No, I mean, what can I say, man? What can I say about Bobby Pulido that he doesn't already know? I mean, Bobby was the golden boy of our industry. I still see him as that. And Bobby Pulido is now, in my eyes, and will always be, again, a part of my journey, a part of my life. You know, it's crazy. I'm gonna share something with you, AC. That,
Go ahead.
There's a lot of bands that don't realize it, that think we're competing with them. There's a lot of bands out there that they feel that this is some type of competition, and it's not. Especially some of these older Tejano bands, they think that we're trying to compete with them, and they got it all wrong. All these bands I went to go see when I was a kid. I went to go see them when I was 14, 15, 16 years old at the events that you made.
Yeah.
And I was one of those kids that was there early.
I remember. No,
I was one of those kids that was there early. The vans would pull up from the radio station. I was one of those kids that was there early from 1 o'clock because I wanted to see every drummer. I wanted to see every bus. And what they don't realize is that we are a part of them.
They were like mentors to you.
It's not. No. It's not even mentors. They planted seeds of love for music into our hearts. We took a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and I mean, I'll be the first one to name drop. I mean, and I'm not talking about these are the bands, no, but I mean, La Mafia inspired us, Los Palominos inspired us, Los Chamacos inspired us. I mean, Elsa Garcia, Elida Reina, Ramón Ayala, Los Cadetes, Los Tigres, La Tropa F,
Ramón Ayala,
Los Desperados, Ramón Ayala. I mean, every single band that is out there today, they are a part of our creation today. That's just the truth, man.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful every time I see everybody. I always tell them thank you. I thank you so much. You don't understand what this means to me.
Yeah.
You opened up a world. You opened up a world of. You opened up an idea in my mind of a combination of here and there, and here we are today.
Yeah.
You're talking about 19 years later. Here we are.
19,
man.
Damn. I remember you, that little kid that handed me that CD, man. Can you play my music?
Yeah, man. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Life is crazy, and you know, I know that one day I'm gonna leave this world.
Yep.
And so are you.
Yep.
So is Chato. So is Ruben.
Yep.
So is every person that's watching. We're all gonna leave this world one day. How do I want to be remembered? I always preach this to my guys. I preach it to everybody. How do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as that person that didn't ever want to shake hands? Or do you want to be remembered as that person that you thought was better than everybody else, that was conceited, that was stuck up, never wanted to say hello to anybody, thought you were better than everybody? Do you want to be that person? Or do you want to be remembered for the music and for who you were as a person?
I think I want to be remembered as the guy that helped young talent, that found a place in a lineup that I was for a concert that I was throwing. I'd like to think that I helped these people.
Man, are you crazy? Are you not listening to what I just said?
Yes, but
Okay, stop for a second. I mean, the bands are just a part of it, AC.
yeah,
Okay? The bands are just a part of it. But the bands would not have gotten to my ears if it weren't for the events that you made.
And we made a lot of events.
If it weren't for the events that you put up. If it weren't for you speaking so highly about them when they went to your unplugs.
Oh, remember those?
Yeah. For every unplug that you had, for every radio interview that you had, for every moment that you gave them, you also allowed us to learn a little bit about every single artist. And all you did was make us dream and allow us to dream. That's all you did. That's you. That's you. You didn't just put somebody in a lineup. No. You made dreams happen for hundreds and thousands of kids. You know why? Because one of those kids was me.
Ben De Leon said the same thing. Solido. He says, you know what? I would listen to you on the radio, and I would say, I'm going to be up there. I'm going to be on the radio with AC. And now, he says, you're doing a podcast. Doing a podcast, that's incredible. He says to me, you're taking it to another level again, man. You're taking it to another level. Because when you were at Que Pasa and you were at KWW, did what you did, the unplugs, the concerts, everything that we did. It was different in La Onda. But now you're doing this podcasting, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, no, man. Again,
He says, and it was like a goal for me.
No, te quiero, de parte de todos los muchachos, te queremos felicitar. It's like I told you on the radio. It didn't even matter if only one person was listening to you. It didn't matter if 1,000, didn't matter if 100 or if 1,000,000 people were listening. I was coming here because you're my friend. Yep. Most importantly, I didn't care if 0 people were listening. It didn't matter.
Thank God that's not the case.
No, I know. But my friendship to you is worth more than that. And your friendship to me was loyal.
All the time. All the time.
And that day that we were there and you gave me that opportunity, I can never forget that. A lot of us will never forget that. That's why you have Bobby coming. That's why you have Ben De Leon. That's why you have Palominos. That's why you have so many people that still support you. Because you are a part of our journey in life. Yeah. And I'm hoping that I'm a part of yours.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, get out of here, man. You be all feelings and shit.
Nah, no pasa nada, no pasa nada.
Wait, mano, let me ask some fun questions. Is that cool?
Fun questions.
Is that cool?
All right, yeah.
All right. What the hell is rockteño? Is that correct? Rockteño?
What is rockteño?
Rockteño.
Man, that's something that they created in the city of Mexico, bro. It's weird, man. I don't know what Tejano music is. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's so confusing. It's like for an artist. I'm not saying we're not Tejano. Before people go crazy on me.
Yeah.
No. Wait, calm down. It's like we go to Chicago, Illinois, and they'll call us norteño, right? We'll go to Monterrey. They call us norteño light.
Yeah. See, that tripped me out as well. Norteño light. Go ahead.
We go to Houston. We're also. Well, in Houston, we're rockteño.
Yeah.
So San Antonio, they understand the concept of rockteño.
Now, what is that concept?
But we go to Veracruz and we're Tejanos.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, so to me, it's like it's so confusing for us. Like we don't know. So when they ask us, what are you? Well, yeah, we're a branch of norteño. We're a branch of Tejano. We're like all these little arms.
Yeah.
Like robo.
Yeah.
All these arms like were plugged into my heart, and it created this thing called rockteño. We are the first of its kind. The first of its kind. What does it mean? If you go to one of our shows, which you have to,
yes,
you're gonna understand. This is not the same Siggno that you saw back in 2000,
whatever,
6, 4, 5, whenever you saw us.
Yeah.
This is not the same Siggno. We don't con bailarines y todo. We don't wear the same jeans anymore. We don't wear the same shirt, and I don't try to put on Wranglers because I have no butt, right?
I didn't want to say. I never noticed.
No. Yeah, well, I mean, neither did I. Until I was doing squats, and Chato said, "Hey, man, what happened to your ass?" No, man. What was I saying?
That you had no ass.
Oh, no, not that, man.
You didn't have no ass?
No. Oh, rockteño.
The wardrobe.
The wardrobe. Oh, that we were. I mean, Wranglers didn't fit me. Parecía tachuela con sombrero.
Sí.
I just
Parecía paletero en bajada.
I just didn't look right, man. And
Tachuela.
Pues sí, parecía tachuela. So you know what I mean? Again, we just started making music, man. And the truth is that Rockteño really started happening more. Again, credit goes where credit's due when Joey came in.
Yeah.
When Joey came in, the sound started becoming different. We started incorporating rock,
Double bass beats.
double bass beat, double bass drum beats. We started incorporating, even though I was already recording them,
Yeah.
because I recorded all the drums all the way till 2008.
You personally.
Yeah. I recorded, pero háblame, estoy viendo, sin tu amor, donde quiera que estés, mejor dímelo, traté de olvidarte, estúpida. I mean, ya no me importa, traté de olvidarte, ¿qué harías? I recorded all those tracks on the drums.
That's you on the drums.
That's me on the drums and on the bass.
On the bass.
On the bass guitar. And on some of them, the Amor y Dolor album, that's me on the bajo sexo, with the exception of two songs.
También grabaste las luces, ¿no? También.
Las luces también.
Anyway, go ahead.
So, when I did this, I did it because I had a passion for music, man.
Sure.
I had a passion for being in the studio.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but when Joey came in, and I mean, it just made me not want to play drums. I mean, the guy was incredible, man. And so he incorporated his sound with ours, and all of a sudden we started making this new soup, right?
Yeah. But what do you like more? The accordion, the bass, the drums? What do you like more? You personally.
Man, if you were to ask me this when I was 10, I would have said drums. If you would have asked me this when I was 20, I would have said drums. My whole high school, I played in the marching band. I mean, you name it. I mean, it was all about drums. But, I mean, you got to remember, when I was 20 years old, I did not sing. Okay?
Yeah.
I did not sing. I was not a singer. I mean, I sang back, like, cántate un pedacito de una canción, lo que sea. Cántate tus tragos amargos, compadre.
Ay, compadre.
1, 2, 3. Yes.
Que no me hacen olvidar. I would do segundas, and that's all I could do. If I would try to hold the note for first vocal and for lead vocals, I mean, he did a better job than what I did.
Ándale.
Okay? But when I was playing with Ruben Vela, he would allow me to play the accordion, and he said, "Why don't you sing a song?" So, que en paz descanse Rubén, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Y que Dios lo bendiga por darme la oportunidad. I would play the accordion. And I started playing. I would play Me estoy jugando la vida, me estoy jugando la suerte, de los dos Gilbertos. And then I would play a polka, and then I would play Pero Háblame, or Es que te quiero. I think one of those two songs. Es que te quiero, te quiero. One of those two songs I played it. And his record label had just signed him, and the record label was looking for new talent, and they said, "Hey, who wrote that song?" I said, "I did." "Do you have a band?" I said, "Yeah."
You were lying.
No, I mean, I had my friends. I had my friends. I told other guys, "Hey, man, I got a record deal, man. Let's all get together. Let's all sign." Nobody wanted to sign.
¿Qué onda?
So I signed. I said, "Well, you guys don't want to sign? I'm signing." I mean, I'm signing. I didn't even care what the contract said.
Was that Crown Records?
Yeah, that was Crown Records. I did not care. I just said, "Where do I sign?" The minute I got offered. But the crazy thing was that I didn't sing, man. I was not a singer. So we started playing, and I'm a perfectionist in the sense of I'm a perfectionist for myself. If I don't like something that I don't do, I do it again and 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 again. It becomes like kind of. It's almost like it can be a disorder.
Yeah.
Because I've always been like that. When I don't do something right, I'll try it again, and I'll try it again, and I'll try it again. And today, I mean, I can easily tell you that I've progressed from all the years that I've been making music. I've become not the same person you saw on stage. I'm more confident. I took vocal lessons, and even then, I'm still not the greatest singer in the world.
You know what?
But hold on.
Yeah.
I'm still not the greatest singer in the world. I'm still not the greatest accordion player in the world. But you want to know something? I'm the greatest accordion player for Siggno. And I'm the greatest singer
For
Siggno. Because this is something that we created.
There you go.
So, I mean, I love what I do. I love what I've made. I love what I started. And I love who I'm with. I love the people that I've met along the journey. I love my friends. I love all the ones that have been here. And I've got nothing but love for every single one of them from day one to the ones that are not here with us today. I love every single one of them. And what can I say, man? People always ask me, what's left for you guys? Nothing. Nothing's left for me. I mean, I'm going to Argentina. Did I expect that? No. We're going to Guatemala. Did I expect that? No. What are those called? Those are called blessings. Blessings that you did not even expect were coming your way. Man, all I wanted was a bus. We travel in 3.
Yeah.
We travel in the brown, silver, and the blue. The big shows, the 3 buses go. The other one, the two buses go. Right now we're in 2.
Yeah.
That happened. I wanted to play in front of una campaña para que mire los sueños de un niño.
Sí.
Una campaña was where the churches would get together.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play for more than 300 people. We broke the record in the year 2007,
17?
17 or 2017. 17 at NRG Stadium for 75,583 people. But even more, we went to Puebla and played for 80,000. We went to.
I saw the video in Puebla.
We went to other cities and we've played for more than 80,000 people. It's. We just recently went to Pachuca Hidalgo, and I had never been there. People, every band that went before us and after us was banda, right? I mean, we were the only ones that showed up with accordions, and we were the only ones that showed up dressed like Kiss.
Sí.
You know what I mean?
Sí. Norteño.
I mean, we get off the vans, and the minute we get off the vans, here comes the people like freaking out. Like, es gente, no voy a decir que son gente del rancho, no son del rancho, son del pueblo, but their city is a little bit, you know, it's just different.
Yeah.
You know, they listen to banda and corridos and stuff like that. We get on stage, and the minute we start, I swear to God that everybody was just silent.
The mouth open?
No, it was just not even jaw dropping. It was just like, what are we watching? They thought that we were. They thought we were wrestlers.
Blue Demon.
And here's the thing: is that we played the first song, and they were like not connected because they weren't familiar with the song. But the song was playing one song on there that was blowing up, and they had no idea that we were even there. All of a sudden, boom, boom, cha. Esa melodía que tiene tu voz me llevó a escribir esta canción. Me ilumina más que el sol cada mañana. And the whole place goes bazonkers.
Awesome.
I mean, people's phones just come up like this, and it's just like. And then the crazy part is that when we're done, I mean, it's up on my Instagram. You just got to look for it. The people just came running to the gates, and we needed every single security guard to get us into a van, 2 vans. I mean, they literally pushed us into a van, like, get in there, and we had people like putting their child inside the van so they wouldn't close the door. I know but I mean,
Esto fue en Pachuca.
In Pachuca, and I mean, and in Puebla también. I mean, we went to Puebla this last time, and we couldn't take pictures. We had to leave, and it was upstairs. And when we were done, I mean, the place was practically sold out, man.
Yeah.
And it's just different in Mexico. This place had 2 exits.
Yeah.
One was on the side, and that wasn't gonna happen. That wasn't gonna happen. We had to walk through the whole top balcony of the place, which was filled up with people. And whenever you walk through there, people stand on their chairs, so they're like about this tall. They're like super tall. Y pues yo estoy chaparro.
¿A poco?
Yeah. So they felt like trees. So when I was on my way out, I thought, oh man, this is so cool, man. Like iban entrando ante la gente, and we literally had about unos 15 security guards. Minimum. I don't know, 15 security guards.
Sí.
And I'm just thinking, oh man, this is because I'm still like a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still like, oh man, is this what NSYNC feels like?
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake
The
feels
Beatles.
I was thinking to myself, man, this is crazy, man. The way that, and then okay, we started walking, and all of a sudden, it went from this to like that, and I just and then all of a sudden they would pull me back, and all of a sudden I was scared.
Yeah.
all of a
It's
sudden,
crazy. It's crazy. And they start rocking the Suburban, the car that you're in.
No,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
van,
No, well,
they
no,
start
no, no,
rocking it.
no. I didn't even get to that part, bro. We were walking, and all of a sudden me agarraban del pescuezo y me tenían una foto, por favor, una foto. And I was just like freaking out. I was like, whoa, man. And the thing is that I tie my bandanas to my pants. Man, that bandana got ripped off my pants. I just heard it go. Like, you know, when you go fishing and you're waiting for a bandana, you just feel like así.
Yeah.
And man, it took us forever to get outside, and then we got into the van, and we just weren't ready, man. We weren't ready for. We should have been ready. We should have had more security guards. We should have been able to sit down and take pictures with everybody, but it was just one of those places where, like, get in and leave.
Are you going back?
We're going back everywhere, but it's cool, man. I mean, we don't even know what to expect in Argentina.
Can you imagine?
We don't know what to expect in Bolivia. We don't know what to expect in Guatemala. No sabemos cuánta gente va a ir, and we don't care.
You're having fun.
We don't care if we play for 10 people, or we play for 100, or we play 1,000, or we play for 10,000. It's the fact that we're living the dream, bro.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, wow, man, by the time one day we'll be sitting down with their kids and we'll be able to say, you know, one time we went to Argentina. Or we went several times. You know, one time I got to visit another country, a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth country. And now we can say Siggno's an international band.
Yeah. There you go.
Know? We're getting invited. We're also getting invited to, it's crazy, man. We're getting invited to these rock concerts. Like where Maná is going to be and where Moderato. And this is all in the talks. I did not know about this till recently. They're talking about rock festivals. And us, they want to take us, even though we're not rock, but because we're called Rockteño, they want to include us in these huge rock festivals. So, I mean, it's a blessing, man. Come on, man. Like really, like, por eso cuando me preguntan, what's left for you to do? Nothing.
Yeah.
We've done it all. And todo lo que viene es una bendición para nosotros. Todo lo que viene is just a blessing. And we just try to enjoy each other's company. I mean, Chato's, I think he's learned that here in the last 4 weeks that we manage ourselves like a family.
See, you mentioned management. I got to tell you, and I want you to tell the viewers and the listeners that, what did you tell me? This is a management thing, AC. I'm going to do this on the down low. I'm going to go visit you on the down low only because I want to see you.
I said, I have a management team. Like, a lot of people always ask me, ¿cuánto por una quinceañera y cuánto por una boda? Pues the reality of it is that I don't handle any of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and it's crazy. People still ask me to this day, hey, ¿no traes un CD en el carro?
Can I get tickets? Can I get tickets?
Well, the ticket's a little bit easier, but not CDs or not stuff like that.
But what freaked me out when you told me, you said, this is a management thing. Don't tell anybody that I'm going to your place to do this podcast, man.
Yeah. No, I said, don't tell anybody yet. But I turned around and I called Adrian Gallegos and I called Martin Fabian and I called Jessica and I said, hey, just so you know, tomorrow after the photos, I'm going to go visit a very dear friend of mine. I go and we're going to have a podcast. And they said, okay, well, we need the information and we need this because we have a super team. Like, I mean, they care about everything.
Sure.
They look at stats. They look at everything. Where in California we're going. Are they like that or not? Tú te estás dando cuenta, ¿verdad? I mean, he's realizing that this is not just get on. No. And we can. Why did you put that on Facebook? And why did you say this? And why did you say, it's like that for us. Yeah. For us. For me, at least for me, it is. You know, go get check. Go do this. Go do that. Anyways, that's so. I told AC and I told you, I'm gonna go, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
But I called him like not even an hour later after I spoke to you, and I said, hey, I need to go see a friend of mine. I'm gonna do an interview with them. I know it's gonna be great.
How do you feel? Was it great?
It's great, man.
Awesome.
It was todo.
Hey, you know what? We're like, I mean, we're here. We're reminiscing. You know, we're thinking about. I mean, this is. I know somebody else already said it, but this is great therapy.
Yeah, somebody else did say it.
Yeah, this is great. This is great therapy. This is great. This is a great way for our audience and for people to know some of the things that we don't get to speak about because time's always at hand, and
Los Palominos.
we're always on the go, and you know, it's always the simple questions that they ask us.
Exactly.
Where are you guys going?
Who's married in the band?
Who's single?
Who's single? Yeah.
Stuff like that, and it's like.
But not
tú que tocas y quién eres el bass.
But not AC Cruz in his questions.
Not you, bro. Not you.
No.
You're one of a kind, bro.
Damn straight.
You're one of a kind.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to do this, man.
Anytime, brother. It's a pleasure. And you know what? I just want to say, these are going to be my last words for tonight. My last advice is, no matter what happens to you in life, you have to get up. You have to fight for what you believe in. No matter what obstacles come your way, you just need to learn how to get up, and that's it. You want to know what God is? You're going to find God in examples through books and stuff like that. But you're going to find God in your family. You're going to find God in this feeling called love. Look for Him. Look for whatever this higher being is. I promise you that your life will be a lot easier. I promise you that you're going to find happiness. And never stop believing. Don't listen to gossip. Don't listen to negativity. Don't let people try to bring you down, and don't try to let any of those things come into your life. Because all that's going to do is going to slow you down from having a progressive day. I want to wish every single one of you the best this 2019, because we just started. I'm wishing you the best. I know there's some of you out there that have your parents going through cancer, or you yourself are going through cancer. Man, don't let that bring you down. Think about the positive things. Think about all the life that you've had and how much you've lived and where you're at and what you can do. You need to fight. If you have recently lost somebody, I want you to just remember that God loves you. And if you want them to live forever, then you have to allow them to see the world through your eyes. In other words, if your mom and your dad just left, they will continue to live, because that blood was passed on to you. And that energy and that love was passed on to you, so they can see the world through your eyes. And your children will do the same for you. Take care of your children. Tell them how much you love them. One day they're going to take care of you when you get older. I love every single one of you. De parte de, no nomás Chato, no nomás parte de Rubén, pero de parte de todos los muchachos, de parte de Checo, de parte de Ricardo Richard, de parte de Jorge, de parte de todo el equipo de Siggno. We want to thank you, AC.
Thank you.
For this beautiful night. Today marks the 3 year of my son's accident. And you know what? Today I'm a happy person.
Yeah.
You know why?
What's that?
Because I have my friends, I have my family, and I have God in my life. That's all that matters.
Jesse Turner, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for allowing me to do this podcast. And thank you for being so damn strong, man.
No, thank you, man. Thank you for another great opportunity. I got nothing but love for you.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love for you.
Gracias.
Thank you, guys.
Gracias, muchas gracias. Thank you for everything.
Muchas gracias por el espacio, compadre.
And de parte de tus amigos de grupo,
Siggno.
you guys have a good night.
Que se escuche ese aplauso.
Tenía que chinga, madre, estaba todo bien. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. Tienes que salir con que Siggno, que hijo de su madre. Oh, goodness gracious. No te digo. You can take them out the valley, but you can't take the valley out of them. Thank you, Jesse Turner. Thank you, Siggno. Nothing but love for you. Nothing but love. God bless you. God bless Jacob. God bless the family. Dios los bendiga a todos. Thank you, Hector Reyes, Hired Gun Productions. Thank you, Jackie Lynn, and thank you, Romeo from Tejano Nation. Most importantly, thank you, the listeners. Not bad for my first time Facebooking live, and not bad for Jesse's first time podcasting. If you like the podcast, tell your friends. If your friends don't like it, find new friends. So just chill till the next episode of Cruise Control with AC Cruz behind the mic.